Okay, there we go. Hey, and we're live. Press the music button. I think I should probably lower it a little bit. I had on 37 this whole time, but let me try 30. Okay, hopefully that works. Alright, my mute button works. Sound check. Okay. So I think this is the first time. Oh, well. I shouldn't say that. This is one of the few times where I actually got things started on time and prepared. I'm so excited. That's really nice. Okay. Why does it say that? Subscribe to earn drops. Can anyone? I'm not a member person. Can anyone even subscribe? I don't think so. Alright. Anyways. Oh geez, I'm already halfway down the timer. Uh-oh. Is anything else ready? B. I do not like that flickering. Oh no. Alright, what can I close? What can I close? Close that. That. Save. And close this? Oh jeez, I hope that stops the flickering. Okay, I think it's just when I Alt-Tab. And when I click back on the thing. Okay, we should be good. We should be good. But how am I supposed to know if I'm live? Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. Hey, and we're live. Alright, it's gonna flicker a little bit. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I haven't figured how to get this to not do that yet. Alright. So today's lesson, if no one needs tutoring at this time, is gonna be a continuation of the previous 2 weeks of money math. And I should also probably use a term. Okay, I got something wrong last time as well. Technically with the term. So for the first week, that was APY. And APY means annual percentage yield. And so that's when we were talking about how interest rates can actually help you make more money. And you want like a big number. Let me just do a plus. The last week, which was the second week, is when we talked about... Oh. Let me erase that. APR. And I accidentally called it APY for last week. My bad. It was a mistake. And actually I can probably just copy this, can't I? Haha, I can! Oh, that's lovely. Okay. So for last week we're talking about annual percentage rate, where the higher that number is, the more money it's going to cost you, and you're going to have less money at the end. Because APY is where interest works in your favor, and where you can get more money over time by basically lending money to an institution. And APR is where you borrow money from an institution, and that interest rate can work against you, and it'll cost you more money over time. So today we're going to talk about the third interesting thing about interest, which is things that are not interest. Today. Not interest. And even though these are not about interest, I still think it's pretty interesting, right? I think so. Okay. So with that clarification out of the way, sorry, I'm just checking off my notes. So apologies if it looks like I'm looking off to the side. Things that seem like interest, but are not interest, but are still interesting and involve money, which is always nice, is buy now, pay later. So buy now, pay later is very different from the other things we're talking about, because when it comes to, let's say, for example, a credit card, if you have a credit card, that can kind of be like buy now, pay later, but it also cannot be buy now, pay later. It depends on how you use it, right? Because if you buy the thing now with your credit card and you pay off in full later, then that actually kind of works like buy now, pay later. That's fine. But where the difference is it becomes something that costs you money and will have interest if you do not pay off in full, or you don't pay the minimum payments and then pay off in full at some point. If there is a point where you don't pay the amount for like a month, no pay equals interest fee. Kind of. You just have to pay interest on the thing that you bought. So let's say, for example, if you do something like Klarna, and you buy something for $100. And again, I'm using lots of hundreds. It's just kind of an easy number to work with, because when you're doing money math, I think the examples are more clear if you do things in like tens, hundreds, and thousands, or tens of thousands. That way people can kind of follow along the numbers, and they kind of follow the concept, which is much more important than the literal number. So no one's going to pay $100 for, let's say, a Beanie Baby. Or maybe they will. I don't know. Beanie Babies can be cool. But if you do that with this system, buy now, pay later, which is not interest, then you'd pay it in $20, $20, and just to be nice and lazy, let's just do this once more. Boom. And one more time. And these can be in a week-long installments. So 1 week. And you're basically buying the full thing now because you took out something of a loan and you're paying it later. Or it's more like a promise. It's well, yeah, it's more like a promise to pay back. Technically it's a loan, but it's also technically not. How would I describe it? When people use the word loan, they expect like a bank, they expect interest rates, they expect a lot of hang-ups. With Klarna, it's yes, but it's also your word. There can be penalties, but usually if someone is at the point where they're experiencing penalties, they're so up to their eyeballs in debt that the penalties just don't matter, because at that point they owe more money than they could ever pay back. But that's something separate That's if someone gets a lot of money and tries to go gambling with it, which is not good. Don't do that. But for Klarna, going back to this, is where you buy something for $100 and you pay it back in 5 installments. Maybe you only pay $20 now, and then for the next 4 weeks you pay $20 again each week. And you have 0% interest on that, which is fantastic. That's excellent. And this is actually a really good system. And I wish things were more like that, because then it's just kind of fair. You're able to kind of stagger out payments. If houses had this buy now pay later system, they could be cheaper, because then you don't pay all that extra money in interest. If a lot of larger purchases, but this is usually for like smaller, relatively smaller purchases, right? Things that are like $10, $20, anything that's around $100. I don't know if anything like $300. Maybe, but these are usually like smaller items, right? And they can range anything from a good that you can consume or get, and I don't know if they have services. I think there are. I think for services, like if you take like a flight, yeah, then there could be some buy now pay later shenanigans with that. 0% interest. That's really neat. It's cool. And if you again use a credit card to pay off in full, and you do that later, then it's basically the same system. It's buy now pay later, but instead of like a little bit each week, it's at the end of a month or a pay period. Well, let's go with month. It's usually around that time. But again, the difference here is that if you don't pay for the credit card, then you get interest fees, which could be something like 25%. Here, there can be fees, but I never messed this up. I've never had an issue where I was like, okay, I'll buy now, pay later, and then not pay. So I think there's fees, but I never experienced those. But again, it's a fee, it's not interest. So in the interest of talking about interest, this is pretty good. Now another thing that is not interest, but involves money, and you should be more careful with this, is leverage. Because leverage is where you once again borrow money, but it's not like an interest-bearing loan usually. It's not something where you would borrow, let's say, oh geez, $100? Okay, let's say you have $100 with times 10 leverage. Then that becomes, you just add an extra 0. Oh, I should probably erase this so it's less confusing. I just do it here. Okay, say for example you are buying something on a market, right? Not like a supermarket, but more like a stock market kind of thing. That's usually where people kind of use leverage. And you have $100. If you do times 10, then they will give you a loan of times 10 that amount to give you $1,000. Now with that, technically, this is something separate from interest itself, because what it is, it's a special kind of loan where you pay the full amount back one way or another, right? So say for example you put it into something, and then whatever you buy goes up in value, and you have, let's say, $1,200. Let me make that a better looking arrow. So then you would still minus the full amount you got for leverage. And then you made your $100 turn into $200. Sounds easy, sounds nice. Hey, that's a probably good gig. Why isn't everyone doing this? Right? Well, the thing is that, let's say, for example, it goes down in value, right? So if it goes down in value, and whatever it is you got becomes $800, you still are on the hook for that $1,000 for that leverage. You have to pay it back. And so then now, instead of making your $100 into $200, you made your $100 into negative $100. And that's bad. Oh, hello. Hey. Let's see who that is. Oh no, my chat's... I can see the messages, but I don't see who it's from. Sorry, let me get that loaded. And apologies if there's some flickering. Hi, one rest TC. Yeah. Yeah, I have a kind of a jank setup, so apologies if it's not working. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going over money math, but hey, if you have any homework or anything that... oh, thank you. If you have any homework, anything that you want to kind of go over that's hopefully math related, but maybe not like derivatives. Derivatives. But like, you know, algebra, geometry, whatever. We can do that and I can help you out. I guess writing too. I kind of know some tips. I do actually, I've been searching all night for Vtutor for free. Lol. Okay. Well, what a coincidence. I sure hope this isn't an elaborate troll, and I trust you. I 100%, I believe in you. But yeah, okay, so what homework do you need help with? Let me drop this lesson. Trigonometry. Alright, sweet. Okay. Not a troll. Right on, right on. Okay, so let's do some trigonometry. What trig is it? And again, I have a couple options that we could do, and I'm kind of excited because I have this thing, okay? So you can text if you're comfortable just writing and typing. We can do that, that's fine, right? But I have this whole program where we could actually draw and do things. And I always thought it was kind of weird, like, you know, why? I'm not a teacher. Why do I have to lecture? Why can't we just work together? So what this is that this is actually conferencing software. And what I can do is I can invite you to join on this board, and you could draw on here with me. So then we could actually do the trigonometry homework together. Because it's going to be a real pain for me if I was to draw all this stuff by myself. And I can't even see your like textbook or your homework. Like, you could actually just write the equation, and then we could kind of go from there. Are you comfortable with that? Sure, as long as it's safe. It is, and you could look it up for yourself. It's called, oh geez, what is this called? Hold on. how do I... I'm still a work in progress. It's called, something board. Ziteboard. Ziteboard. It's a program I've been using for months for actual tutoring with other people and that I know in person, and it allows me to kind of tutor basically from home. Teletutor, telework. And so the way I do it is I have to make this anonymous, so that way, you know, you don't have to share, log in, or do anything. Let's call this trig. Oh, I'm so excited. Sorry. You're like my first person that's I don't know that I'm doing this with, because I've only tested this with friends, family, and other students. Okay. So let's see. New board trig, invite person. Alright. And now they only see the partial address here, but I'm going to send you a DM of the complete full address. So pardon for flickering on the screen. Let's see, whisper. Okay, so you should be able to go onto that app or that link, and you could join it from anything, right? You could use your phone, you could use your tablet, you can use your computer. I don't know about smartwatch. I never tried that. But that link will let you join in. Oh, you're already in. Okay, cool. Wow, that was fast. Alright, so yeah, you could draw whatever. You could draw a smiley face. And here you could actually kind of draw out the equations. Hey, alright. Now, I also have another option for you if you want it. You could say no, that is fine. You can keep typing on through Twitch, but I find that it might be a little distracting because you're going to have to kind of, alt-tab between watching the stream and kind of hearing me and then also writing on here. When really I want you just alt-tabbing between this program and any homework that you have. So if it's on like a website or if it's on a book, it's just kind of more easy and focused that way. Instead of 3 things, it's just 2. So again, because it's conferencing software, I could actually invite you to a call. Now, it's not a video call, okay? I'm not trying to dox you. I'm not trying to dox myself. I'm a VTutor for a reason. If you're not comfortable with this, that's fine. We don't have to do it, but it'll just make communication a lot quicker. It's up to you. The only thing I recommend, and this is going to be counterintuitive, is that you mute the stream tab so that you don't hear my voice twice. And thing is, okay, I got a little icon too. Where is it? Blam. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Alright, I'm excited. Alright, so yeah, you could mute the stream tab. And let's just try to get on a call and figure this out. And I should show up as VTutor. And again, it should work with... I tested it with the phone, I tested this with a tablet, and a computer, so it should work. Oh, hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi.
Hi!
Awesome.
Hey, alright!
Let's go. It's an honor to be one of the first people that you're tutoring.
Oh, thank you. It's
that you don't know.
Yeah, that I don't know. I half expect someone to shout profanities, but hey, this is cool. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad that I found you, bro, because I'm in like a little bit of a pickle right now.
Alright, cool. So what's your homework? Show me what you got. Write it all out. Walk me through it.
Is there an option on here to add a picture?
Oh!
Because I don't... It would be kind of hard to write it out, or maybe I could send you a link or email or something.
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, I see. 1 second. Just let me take a screenshot real quick.
Yeah, I think you could probably add stuff.
Yeah. Our trig class just started. Maybe a month ago, so it's not really anything too complex or it's kind of basic stuff, but I'm having a hard time understanding what I have to do.
That's what I'm here for, man. Let's do it. That's totally fine.
Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just trying to
yeah, take your time.
Picture.
Again, I'm trying to make this as easy for you as possible. So if you screenshots, writing out, talking it through, whatever works for you, I'm there, man.
Thank you so much. Let's see if this works. Oh, yep, there we go.
Oh, yo! Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a discussion, I guess, and she it has to do with the unit circle. I don't know what your background in trig is. I'm kind of new to this as well, but it says, given up that we have a point on the unit circle in quadrant 2 with a y-coordinate of 0.7.
Okay.
I don't really understand what I'm supposed to do with that information, or how to go about starting the problem off, I guess.
Okay, Alright.
Yeah.
So, I'll do my best.
Yeah, no worries. Trust. Don't worry, it's fine.
Alright, so do you know what the X and Y kind of planes and lines are?
Yeah.
Okay, so this would be X and this is Y, right?
Right.
And do you know the quadrants?
Yeah, so we have the first quadrant, which is the top right. Second is the the top left, I believe, and then third and fourth are the remaining ones.
Yeah, it basically makes like a letter C. It kind of goes like that. So,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, as you can see, it just kind of goes like that. Sweet. So there's quadrant
Mm-hmm.
2. So we're going to work on this section. And then with a y coordinate of 0.7. So do you know where that'd be on the y? Like if this is like 1. Whoops. Oh shoot, I'm bad at drawing. Sorry. Okay, so if we can
No
imagine
worries.
this is like 1 right here. And 0.7, we could just probably ballpark it to right here.
Yeah.
Alright. Awesome. Alright.
Okay.
So it says we have a point on the unit circle on quadrant 2 with a y coordinate of... Okay. Draw a picture of the given information. You may want to use the unit circle with a grid template so your drawing is nice, but you don't have to. Okay. A unit circle. Do you know what a unit circle is?
Yeah, I have like yeah, I know what it is, and I have a like picture already drawn on like my paper I have in front of me right now, but it's not on a grid template, but it should still work.
Okay, sweet. Alright, so it
But yeah,
looks...
I'm familiar with the unit circle. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Alright, we have a point on the unit circle. So the unit circle, it usually goes... Does it say that they want it from like 0 to 1? Is that what you're kind of working with, or is it like a variable where it's like x to y?
I mean, like, I don't know, because the way I feel like the question is just weird, or like I don't understand the question at all. Like, given that we have a point on the unit circle with coordinate, y coordinate.
Yeah, it is kind
I
of
don't
weird.
know. Yeah, I've never seen like a question like this.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just guess. Okay. So either it's y or
Okay,
1.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna like take all of this and like what we choose to do and submit it anyways, because it's not graded, it's just like a discussion, so I'll be able to go back and like see what my classmates did and what I need to do differently afterwards. But
Got it.
yeah.
Ah, but you have me in your back pocket, so you're gonna come off more smart than you
Yes,
are.
yes,
Oh no.
yes. Let's go.
All right.
Yes.
So here, let's just guess that they just want it from 1 to 1, because just like how people like to use tens and 100 for numbers, they like to use ones usually with teachers. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to draw a nice ugly circle. Hopefully that works.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And so it looks like this will just be kind of the unit circle that you would have. And then with just a point, they just want a point. They're not asking for like anything funky yet. I see it's going to come a
Yeah.
little bit later. Alright, show your work to determine the value of the x coordinate rounded to 4 decimals. Add this negative x coordinate to your picture from 1. Huh. Oh, I see. I think... No, there's no way. Do they want this unit circle to be at 0.7? Is there more to this question, like kind of going back? Like, is there a previous question, or is there like a... Because sometimes, like homework, they kind of have like some equations or stuff on the first page, and then they have the questions here.
Yeah. No, it's it just gives me the basic discussion instructions, like the like make your first post a few days before, blah blah blah, attach a file, and then it says it leads into the screenshot I sent by saying for this discussion, and then like that's all I'm given. I can take a full screenshot if that would be more helpful.
Yeah, a full screenshot would most definitely be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you.
Rounded to 4 decimals.
Yeah, this is a very weird like question. And I haven't seen anything like this. We haven't done anything like this in class either yet, so it's kind of like what am I supposed to do? But
Okay.
yeah, I pasted the full screen.
Sweet. Okay, I'm just gonna zoom in real quick.
Okay. Like, it's not really anything helpful.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh man, I'm
I
sorry you have to
know.
deal with this. Okay, but hey,
It's
at
all
least you're not
good.
getting graded, right? We're just there to have fun.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
anything, I think the best thing you can get out of doing this whole stuff is trying to figure out how your teacher works, man. Because if you can think how your teacher works and just like, oh, she's just gonna not give us information, or we have to show up after class to get the actual answer, that'll help you a lot more for the rest of the year than actually getting this right.
That's very true.
Okay. I guess you could take screenshots. Yeah. Wow. That's wild. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me scoot this instructions if I could. Can I scoot them? I don't think I can. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think maybe only I can. Do you want me to move it over somewhere?
Oh wait, wait.
Oh,
I think I figured it out.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. So we'll just put this off to the side. Scoot this up here. Oh, actually, we gotta scoot our screen down here. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Okay. So I guess you don't know if it's unclear, unfortunately, whether they want the unit circle to be 1 to 0, 1 all the way around or to 0.7. But I think a unit circle in quadrant 2 with a y coordinate of 0.7. So maybe they actually just want a circle only in quadrant 2 with the y up to 0.7. Which is weird, but that might be it.
Yeah.
If they're saying only in quadrant 2, then they're saying the whole unit circle and not just a portion of it, then it'd probably be something like this. Where you go up to 0.7, and the y value would be here at 0. And then they wanted you to try to figure out x. And that kind of makes sense because what they're asking is show the value of the x coordinate rounded to 4 decimals. Because if we're just doing a 0.7 all around, that'd be easy. If we're just doing 1 all around, that'd be easy, just be -1. But here, we don't know actually what this value for x is over here. That's the mystery.
Yeah.
Alright, cool, I dig it. Or at least it seems like a mystery, although it probably isn't. Because if it's a circle, then all the points have to be equidistant to each other. So if it's from, let's say, 0.7 over 2 is the middle point. Actually, that'd be 0.35. What am I doing? I could do that math in my head.
Nice. I can't do that. So.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So then it'd be the same all the way around. And then over here, that'd just probably be negative 0.37. Or sorry, negative 0.7. Because if it's entirely contained here, then that should work, I think. But I could also be wrong. Because, again, they just said with a y coordinate of 7. So it could also be the center is 0.7. You see that? So I don't know. I don't know if it's like right here. I don't know if it's right here. Which is the most convoluted one? That's usually the right one.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, because a y coordinate of 7 or 0.7.
Yeah. No, I think this would be it. And you know what? Okay, this makes sense. So we have a point on the unit circle. So a point on the unit circle is technically any point in here, right? Just as long as it's within.
Yeah.
It could also be a point on the radius, which is what I've been assuming. But it could also be just the center point right here. So the answer could either be...
I also thought I did think there was a point on the radius too, but I mean, it's not really clear. Sorry for interrupting, but...
No, that's totally fine. Yeah. Oh my god. Unit circle in quadrant 2. And then, okay, sorry. I'm overthinking this, okay? Because then maybe it could also just be a big circle. And then there's just a point here and they're just trying to figure out what's x. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think your best bet might be just 0.7, because if it's just for the two that I'm thinking of, right, or the three. So for this one, if we're
Hmm.
just going by the radius, on the radius it's 0.7, and on the radius here it's 0.7, right? If it's a big circle,
Yeah.
right, and we're just talking about quadrant 2, and for some reason they have a point on 0.7, it could also be 0.7, right, or negative 0.7.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just being overthinking it. I'm dumb, and maybe they just say, "Oh yeah, it's just 0.7." So then the x would be 0. Okay, well, you know,
Okay.
let's put that on pause. I'm overthinking it too much. I'll just read the next one. Show your work to determine the value of the x coordinate rounded to 4 decimals. And I think that's what's throwing me off. Like, why do we need 4 decimals? Add this x
I don't
coordinate.
know. My teacher always has us like when we're working with like radians and unit circles, she wants 4 decimals.
Even if
I
it's
don't know
just like
why.
0.2 or whatever. So then,
Um,
would it be like this?
X coordinate rounded to 4 decimals.
Oh! Picture from 1. Okay.
What?
Show your work to determine the value of the x coordinate rounded to 4 decimals. Add this x coordinate to your picture from 1. Given that angle... Okay, oh, here, this might help. Given that angle A is the angle in standard form from the positive x-axis to the radial line connecting 0.02 point xy that you found in... What is that? 2. Okay. Add
Yeah.
angle A and radial line to your picture and point... Oh! Okay. Given that angle A is the point... Okay, so I think they do just want the big circle. And here's why. It's because for the third question, they finally give us an actual good clue. Angle A is the
Okay.
point... is an angle in standard form from the positive x-axis and the radial line connecting 0, 0 to your point in x, y.
Yeah, but so we have y, which is 0.7. Does that mean we need to find x for the point, or because connecting 0, 0 to your point x, y? Um, well, x is the cosine, right? And then y is sine. So
Oops.
I don't know. I'm lost.
I'm a little lost too, man. You gotta get a better teacher. I'm kidding, I'm
I
kidding.
mean, if I could, I would. Trust me.
I'm kidding, man. I
This
know.
is like a last minute. Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh,
assuming that we're here with 0.7, again, could be wrong. Uh, and then they want, given that angle A is the angle in standard form from the positive x-axis to the radial line. Is there, okay, I have a question. Is there a
mhm.
7.2 discussion thing?
Yeah, but um, let me go back to it. I think it was like completely different. I think it was like right triangles. Let me just double check though. I might be
Okay,
wrong.
yeah, was there any picture of a circle in any of these things?
Ah, I mean, we're just starting like the unit circle stuff, so
Got it.
it's like unlikely. But let me just see. 7.2b discussion. Let's see that. Oh no, it's all just like right triangle stuff, unfortunately. And then
Okay, that makes
it
sense.
leads into 7.3.
Okay, alright, check this out. I'm kind
Yeah.
of brushing up on this stuff too, so I'm sorry. A
No,
unit
yeah, no worries.
a unit circle is always with a radius of 1 all the way around. Every time.
Right.
So that solves that right off the bat. We just have a point here with 0.7. Cool. Now the
Mm-hmm.
thing is that I think what they are saying is that they actually don't want the 0.07 on the x and y axis, but actually on the circle itself. So right here is 0.7 for y.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense, right?
Yeah, that does, yes.
Finally, I interpreted these hieroglyphics your teacher sent you.
Like,
Alright.
yeah, like what?
Okay, so we have a point here on the radius of the unit circle of 0.7, and now we have to figure out x. Sweet. Alright. Do you know how to do that?
Well, would we need to, like, make a triangle inside, like, starting from the point that we made? Would you make a
Yeah.
triangle and then
Hell
do
yeah.
the labels?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So you do the
Okay.
triangle, right? Perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Alright, this is where we actually get to do trigonometry. Nice. Alright, so we're trying
Yeah.
to figure out for x. We don't know x right here, okay?
Yeah.
So it's a question mark. And the reason why we know to draw it this way and not like this way, even though this is also 0.7, is because that's why they said quadrant 2. So by saying quadrant 2,
Mm-hmm.
we know that this point is on this side. It's not like, this is also with a y with 0.7, but we want it on this way. So that's good.
Right.
Alright, so then we also know that here, for this angle of the line, or for this side of the triangle, my bad, is 0.7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's
Yeah.
x. So what's this?
That's, it's 1 because it's a unit circle, so the radius is always 1.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah, brother! There you
Mhm.
go! And you remember the
Yeah.
Pythagorean theorem, right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Alright. A squared plus
So,
b squared equals c squared. And so we just gotta plug in the
yeah.
stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna let you take over for a little bit and see if you can draw this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alright.
I'm just gonna scoot this up a little bit so you got more space.
For sure. Um, alright. So, the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so obviously C is the hypotenuse, which is 1, so A and B need to add up to 1. So would I have to find out the complement of 0.7 to and adding up to 1, or am I missing something? Like, so if we did like
Yeah, so you just kind of plug it in.
0.7. Alright.
Where instead
Let
of
me
a and b,
see.
you think of like x squared plus y squared equals
Oh yeah.
1.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
No, take your
Like
time. Take your
I'm
time.
not really like that good at trig yet.
Hey,
But
that's what you're there for school for, man. We all learn at some point. And then we forget it when you
yeah.
actually, get a job.
Yeah, that's true. Fudge. Um, well, x would have to be 0.3, you know? Or am I like
That's the
I don't
thing.
know, because that adds up to 1, but I'm sure that's like not right. Or we do that squared plus. Let me just see. No, because no.
Yeah, because that'd be too easy. It'd make too much sense. That's not how math works. it,
Yeah,
it makes too much sense, man.
unfortunately, she All right, let me really think.
Yeah.
Is it cool if I go a little back in my notes?
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Okay. Dude, I don't know. I need to lock in. Like this is bad.
Hey, it's all right, man. You're trying. You're reaching out, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you for even like being there. Like this is so sick. I don't think I would ever like find something like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Glad
You're
to help,
doing a
dude.
great service. Alright, here, unit circle. So would I need to find out what 0.7 is as a like as a fraction because we're using radians.
Sure. Yeah.
Or,
Anything that's point, you could just put over 10. So like 0.7 is 7 over 10. If it's 0. Like
yeah.
71, then you just do 71 over 100. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have
So
7 over 10 squared plus x squared equals 1.
are you familiar with the Pythagorean identity?
It's been years. I'll have to. Let me Google. Let me Google.
Okay. Yeah. I don't even know if that will help, but it just came up to in my memory. That I know it has to do with like finding a point on the unit circle, but I just don't know if that'd be helpful
Yes.
or not.
Okay, so this is where you come up with the. That's for question 3. And for question 3, for the sine, cosine, tangent, all that kind of stuff, that's where we're going to use the
Mm-hmm.
Pythagorean identities. But for here, I think we would just use the theorem.
Got it.
Yeah. So like part 1, draw the circle and these lines. Part 2, use this formula to figure out what x is. Part 3, then we do the identities.
Okay. I just don't have any notes where it's like a decimal. All of my notes are like in like I don't know what the correct term is. Radius radicals. It's like so. For example, I have x2 plus -2/3 squared equals 1. I don't have anything that's like like x squared plus a decimal equals 1.
Ah, okay. Well then,
So
that is a little funky.
yeah.
Well,
Let me try to like actually think what I need to do.
remember, you could always use a calculator, man.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh,
so for this part right here, right, the a squared, this would turn
mhm.
into, and again, I'm using these fractions because it's kind of nice and easy. Wait. Plus x squared equals 1. And technically 1 is 100 over 100. So then you
Yeah.
just do to one side what you do to the other. So then you do minus that. Oh, jeez, I forgot it. I'm going to scoot the screen just a wee bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Paste. Move that there.
So,
Paste. Move that
oh
there.
yeah, 100. So, because x is a variable, we So yeah, it's just 100 minus 49 in that example.
Yep.
Um,
So let me bust out my calculator. And that's 51 over 100. And then, again, what you do to one side, you could do to the other. So if I take the square root of this, I think it looks like that. Square root of that.
yeah.
And then here is where you could use a calculator to figure out, okay, here's x. And that's probably why they want it to the 4th decimal point. So you do
Yeah.
51 divided by 100, and what's the square root of that? What is the square root of that?
Let me see. 51 divided by 100. What's your square root?
So you could be like
Wait.
the square root of 0.51.
Yeah. Oh, let me see. Might be wrong, but is it 0.7141?
Hell yeah, brother. There it is.
W.
All right. So then that would
All right, but that
be
was
your x.
wait. Actually, that. Oh, I didn't know that was part of it. I thought that was just like an example.
No, this is the
All right,
thing. We're
so
doing it.
wait. Okay. All right. Can I just look at that one more time, just so I can
Yeah.
like try to
Yeah,
fully
yeah.
understand?
Yeah, sure. All right. So just
So
to is it okay if I walk you through
yeah,
it from the beginning?
of course. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. So your teacher asked a really weirded question, which was
Mhm.
that we have a point on the unit circle. All right. So we have the unit circle. It's always
Mhm.
going to be 1 all the way around. In quadrant 2, so it's always going to be here, with a y-coordinate of
Yep.
7. And again, technically it could be any point along this line of 7, or 0 0.7. But they probably just want it at the edge. So then
Yep.
that's why we put the point right here at 0 0.7 of the y-axis. And so then we draw the picture, and then we do the triangle to figure out what is the x-coordinate. And so when we have the x-coordinate, we have it goes straight down to make a right angle right here at 90 degrees. And
Mhm.
that way we're able to use the Pythagorean theorem where this is C, this is B, and this is A down here. And then we just replace those values of A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Or sorry, I should circle it more. With x squared plus y squared equals 1, because 1's always going to be the radius, because 1 squared is 1. And then we keep
Yeah.
x squared as x. We replace, and again, you could use either 7 divided by 10 or, 0 0.7. If you put in the calculator,
Mhm.
that's why I did the points, because it's easier to plug in, because you're just it's a little, but this is kind of easier to visualize.
Right.
And then so you do 7 squared. 7 times 7 is 49. 10 times 10 is 100. So you get 49 over 100. That's the squared number. Wait a minute. Yeah. That's right. And then
Mhm.
now you have this equation where, and I'll just erase it right now for just so you can kind of see, is 49 over 100 plus x squared equals 1. That's when I break it up into 100 over 100, and I minus 49 from both sides, or 49 over 100 from both sides. So
Okay.
then we have 51 over 100. And again,
Yeah.
you could replace these 100s with just like 0 point, right? So
Mhm.
just to kind of have that there, because that 0 point is easier to plug into a calculator. And then you do the square root of 51 over 100, which is basically the square root of 0.51. And then that's where you got your answer of x equals, and what was it again?
Um.
It was like
X equals.
0.
Let me see. It was 0.7141.
7141. Alright, it just keeps going and going and going, but this is all you need.
Yeah. Mhm.
Alright, and so then that's where you get your answer for x, 0.7141. And that's part 2. So we're 2/3 of the way there, kind of, because part 3 is kind of hard.
Okay.
Alright, so now that we have
Maybe.
angle A is the angle in standard form from the positive x-axis to the radial line connecting to 0.0, yeah, and your point xy that you found in this. So that's where we get this this angular line. Add the angle A and radial line to your picture in 1. So here is the radial line, which we already drew in. And angle A looks like, whoopsie daisy, from the positive x-axis to the radial line. Looks like it's this angle. It's this line right here. Because it says from the positive x-axis to the radial line. So it kind of goes this way.
Mhm.
So this is
Yeah.
angle A. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. That's the Is it the reference angle?
Ah, there we
Or
go. Okay. And so
Yeah.
now we determine cosine A, and then sine A, tan A, and yeah, I forgot what CSC stands for.
Cosecant.
Cosecant. Ah,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
cosecant.
Cosecant A. All right. And I think that's where you use your Pythagorean identities. Maybe. Right? Yeah. And I'm gonna.
Three fundamental equations. Yeah,
We
the
have
Pythagorean identity.
sine squared A plus cosine. Well, actually, would it be an identity? Hold on. Is there an easier way to do this?
Wait, can I read it one more? The question.
Yeah. Here. Do what you gotta do. Move the screen around, draw whatever you want to draw. I'm gonna be reading a little bit so I can try to get you the right answer.
Okay. So we added a determine cosine of A. So would we need to find out how far A is, like, from the origin, like, so we can do the like cosine of whatever, like cosine like X Y Z. Like, I don't
Yes.
know.
Yeah. We would need to find
Yeah.
out A first before we do all this funky stuff. Because it looks like this stuff, actually, now I think about it, you could probably just plug it in a calculator. If we could just figure out what A
Yeah,
is.
that's what I was thinking to
Yeah.
do too, but I just so I'm not remembering how to find out what to do.
Okay. Let's see. So, what we could do is we kind of have some numbers here we could work with, right? Looking at A, it is at least this whole area. So this part of the circle, how should I draw it? Let me actually draw it in another space. There we go. Alright, we have A. And from this half, right here, we know it's going to be 90. Because that is a 90-degree angle. So at least there's that.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Damn.
And then here is at least, it's less than, so it's more than 90, less than 180. Because it's not going all the way. And then we also have this nice triangle where we have another 90 degrees. Oops, that is a poorly drawn 90. And then, so we need to figure out this is kind of our mystery area. And then there's also these two areas as well, which are a bit of a mystery.
Yeah.
But if we could at least get this one, then we could use that to figure out this one. And now we also have this point and the length between each of these lines. Alright. So, let's see. I think we would just use, would it be cosine to figure out x?
Well, we have. Alright, so sorry. Let me move.
Yeah.
Just up here. We have. Well, I mean, we have all the. We have x and y and 1. And so like, what I've been taught is like you pick a point, like, say like you choose to sit at. But yeah, wait, there is.
No, this is easy because we know x, right? X is 0.7141. So then if we just do cosine of this value right here, so cosine of that number, that's going to be this angle right here. And once we figure out this angle, then we just have to do that minus 90 degrees, and that gives us
Yes, oh,
that
yeah.
one.
Okay, yeah. So basically, we need to solve for the interior angles and then minus that by 90 degrees. Oh, it's coming back to me. All right, all right.
Yeah, there it is. All right, cool.
Yes.
Dude, the drawing really helps.
Okay.
I love it.
No, it actually does so much. Like, because I literally couldn't even visualize like how to get started with this.
Yeah.
Um, all right.
All right. Unfortunately, I don't have a scientific calculator on me.
Mm,
So
yeah, I'm putting the cosine into my calculator right now.
oh wait, hold on.
So cosine of 0.7141. Let me just make sure I'm in the right mode. Oh yeah. So I have another question for. So when I'm putting it into my calculator, like would I have to include the zero like in the like before the decimal point, or could I just do like cosine of 0.7141?
The 0.7141 should work. Yeah, I don't think you need to do the 0 every time.
Okay. So yeah, without the zero, I got 0.7556.
Yeah, okay. I forgot my phone has a scientific calculator. So, yes, that is
Okay.
correct. All right. So then we
Yes.
already got half a little bit of this. So we got 0.7. Let's do it 4 decimal points like your teacher likes. Now, this one
Mm-hmm.
ends with 6, but because the next one is 8, even though we don't see it, we would actually round this up to 7.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So 0.7557.
All right. And I think that's the degrees, right? Oh no, wait, hold
Um.
on. Okay, this is radians. Sorry.
Yeah. Radians. Yeah.
Okay, so that's different. All right. And I think, if I recall, 90 degrees is half a radian, right?
Um.
Because 360,
Yeah.
360 is 2
360 is
radians.
2. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and
So
then
then
it
this
goes
is 1
90,
radian.
180.
Yeah. So then we just do minus 1 radian. And that equals what?
Let's see. 0.7557 minus 180. Or sorry, 90. Right?
Yeah.
Or no, no, no. Yeah. I got negative 89.2443.
Negative 89. Uh.
Maybe I don't know.
Oh wait, I did
I
mine
did.
wrong. I did mine wrong. Maybe you're right. Sorry. This is supposed to be minus 1/2 radian. Whoopsie daisy. I did mine wrong. Okay.
Oh, okay. Or wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 1/2. Yeah. All right. Sorry. So would we do like negative 89.2443 minus 90 degrees, or
It would be
oh wait,
0.5 radians, because that's half.
yeah.
So we have, this is the bigger angle. And that one is 0.7557. And what we're doing is with that angle, we're chopping off this part to figure out what's this. And if this whole thing is 0.5, then what's left over should be 0.2557 radians. Now, did they want your answer in radians?
I don't really see anywhere like requiring that. I don't think it even says in radians or degrees.
Okay, so I mean, if we do radians, then what we have here is this is the missing value for A, right? And then for A right here, for this for the first quadrant, it's already like 0.5 radians. And then it's
Yeah.
just backwards all over again. Okay, so it's 0.5, and then you do. Okay, I got a little bit confused, but the answer is actually this. Because what happens is that we're just kind of circle jerking back and forth, where we're just saying, okay, we figured out this angle, right?
Yeah.
In radians, and then we. That's the funny thing about math. We figured out this angle in radians, okay? And then we subtracted it from. No, wait, hold on. I'm doing it backwards. Sorry. It's 0.5. And then you do the minus. Yeah, no, I think this is it. I think this is it. I think that's A.
Okay, yeah. Because for A, let's see. Yeah, just or that's B, right? Because determine cosine of A, and then when we did the math to find out the cosine, we got 0.7557.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm just.
Or are we still trying to? No,
okay,
no.
Okay, this is correct. Okay, so this would be. Oh my God! Holy crap! Yeah, this would be you're right. This would be B. This would be B.
Okay.
0.755 radians, because this is also A in a way. Because the way you get A is not actually by finding the degree and then doing it that. My apologies. You just do it with here, the triangle. So then for sine, right? I think it'd just be negative 0.7. I think. Okay, now I'm getting a little lost in the sauce, and I apologize.
Dude, no, you're good. Trust me. I'm 10 times more lost than you. Like, oh my God, bro. Let me just look up the unit circle.
Oh.
So when we're in quadrant 2, cosine is negative, and then sine is positive. So like x is negative, and then y is positive.
Yeah.
So for let's see, determine sine of A. Just inputting some stuff right now.
Yeah, I think you would just put in the not values. So this would actually... Okay, sorry. X is negative. I think that's what I messed up on. There we go. And that's really important. X is negative 0.7141. And because now you have negative 0.7141, all you gotta do is just plug and play, man. You just gotta do cosine negative 0.7141, and that'll be your answer. For sine, I think. Let me double check.
Yeah, I did cosine negative 0.7141, and it gave me the same answer that we
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
previously.
Yeah. Okay. So then
Okay.
that would be definitely B. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
B is that one. All right. Then for C.
For C, we would just do sine of negative 0.7141 again, right? Because it's just asking for like it doesn't want anything else after like sine of whatever. It just says determine sine of A. So
I think
I don't.
you do the Y value though. No. I'm
I
not
might
sure.
be completely wrong. Yeah. Mm. Honestly, I mean, if it's cool with you, I might just do the this. I might just like input sine of
Yeah.
negative 0.7141 and then like just submit it anyways because
Yeah.
like I
Hey.
said
Yeah. As
before.
long as you get the formula, and you know what, we were able to get like 80% of that. Yeah. That's a passing
Yeah.
grade. We're fine. So,
Right. And yeah,
I'm
and
sorry I'm a
like
little struggling here at the end here, but we got most of it, and I'm so proud of that.
yeah, no, like genuinely we did get like pretty much all of it, and then for one it's my teacher's fault for like literally just giving me this weird ass problem.
Yeah.
My professor, and then I don't know, I might like you said, I might just have to like keep trying to figure out how she like tries to teach or like sorry, I'm trying to put this in the words. Like I guess I could go to her too and also like ask or tell her that I was like really struggling with this problem and see what if she could give me help.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I highly
Yeah.
recommend that. That'll carry you through college and even work, man. If you just ask your supervisor, they're chill. I don't know about if your teacher's chill, but I mean, it's a good habit to ask.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, she's pretty chill. I would imagine she like wouldn't mind helping me with it at all, but I just haven't really had like the time to because she's been out of like we had a sub today for trig, which is crazy. She's been gone until the 8th,
Ooh.
so she'll be back like next week, I guess. So I didn't have any time to like talk to her about it or like at my school, it's a community college, so like there's obviously like limited time for like in-person tutoring and like limited staff. So like, and I just started this assignment. I haven't had any time to
All
talk
right.
to anyone about it. But you did a great job like
Thanks, man. And hey,
helping me
I'm
with
here
this.
every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you ever want to come by, you're on the top of my list, man, for sure.
Awesome, bro. Yeah. If I could sub to you, I would right now. I'm my prime sub, but I follow.
Oh, thanks. I
So I'll
really appreciate
definitely,
it.
yeah, of course. I'll definitely try to come back whenever I have an issue
All right,
or
sweet.
question. But yeah, yeah, I just want to say thank you. You really helped me, and hope you have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, and I'm glad to help, and I hope you have a wonderful night. And I think even if I leave and stop stream, this board should still be up, so you can still like doodle and copy from it or do whatever you need. Okay?
Okay,
In fact, I'm gonna save it
awesome.
just to make sure it's saved. Okay, sweet. All right. Well, you have a good night, my dude.
Yeah, you too, and I hope you find a bunch of more or a lot more people to tutor,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
people with questions.
Yeah, yay, more work. I'm down for it though.
For
Alright,
sure. All right, man.
good night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Ah, that's wonderful. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream here and do the outro for 3 minutes. Good night. Good night everyone. Thanks for coming by.